So today I thought I'd respond to a few questions that have come in from some of the people doing the retreat from afar. So the first one was, what is the definition of life force? I love questions like that. So in the Tibetan tradition, it is an abstract composite, so it's an impermanent phenomena that's not material, that's not consciousness. And it says life faculty or life force is designated to the state of living. It is the base of consciousness and warmth. Okay, now from the Pali Abhidharma, okay, there's two kinds of life faculty or life force. The mental life force, which vitalizes the associated mental states, and the physical life force, which vitalizes material phenomena. The mental life faculty alone is intended as a mental factor. Okay, so it's a consciousness, it's a mental factor. It has the characteristic of maintaining the associated mental states, the function of making them occur, manifestation as the establishing of their presence, and its proximate cause is the mental states to be maintained. And death is the cutting off of the life force. That makes sense. The physical life faculty, again from the Pali Abhidharma, is matter. It is the material counterpart of the mental life faculty. Life or vitality is called a faculty because it has a dominating influence over its adjuncts. The life faculty has the characteristic of maintaining, this is the physical life faculty, has the characteristic of maintaining the coexistent kinds of matter at the moment of their presence. Its function is to make them occur. It is manifested as the establishment of their presence. Its proximate cause is the four great elements that are to be maintained. You asked the question and I gave you the definition. I have never heard more explanation on life force. Yeah, whenever the Tara sadhana is practiced, it is one of those things that it assumes that you know what it is. Okay, then the second question, how is life force scattered or lost? I have no idea. You know, I mean, it seems to me that when you're really sick and ailing and your physical elements are weak, that means your physical life force is disintegrating. When your mind is not thinking clearly and you can't put things together, then your mental life force is disintegrating. How they get scattered or lost, I don't know. You know, they decline. What?
Too much TV.
Too much TV, yeah, maybe that too. How is one to visualize or understand the essence of the four elements of earth, water, fire, and air, as well as the space element? Okay, so ancient Indian, this is not Buddhist, but ancient Indian and also Western physics talked about there being 4 or 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, space. Okay, so our body is composed of these elements. Some traditions see them as actual, like atoms of earth or water, fire, air, space, or particles, I should say. And others of these traditions see them more as qualities, such as, for example, earth is hardness and resistance, water is fluidity, fire is heat, air is movement, space is space, room, Okay, so, I think I personally prefer to see them as qualities. I find that much easier. But, our body has all these qualities, and when these qualities get out of balance, then we fall ill. If our digestion, if we don't have enough heat in our digestion, or if we have too much heat, if our muscles have too much hardness in them or not enough, if, things like this. Okay, so I think that's one way to understand it. What I'll get into a little bit later on is how we visualize invoking these and dissolving them into the long life bowl or into Tara, and then them descending into us, into the, so I'll talk a little bit later as we go through the sadhana about the visualization of how to do that. Okay, well actually we can put this into, because it's good to know. So one person is asking, how do we dissolve Tara at the end of the practice? So I'll talk about that when we get to the end of the practice. And then somebody is asking about her necklaces and ornaments and what they mean, and so I'll get to that when we get to that part of the practice too. Okay. In the meantime, keep your life force intact. But we can see, that kind of when we do stupid things, either with our body or with our mind, our energy decreases. Our force to live, our willingness to live, our physical ability to live, that can increase or decrease according to what we do with our body and what we think about and how we use our mind.